The future of AI sales in B2B email marketing. Why the inbox is still the real AI sales battleground. AI is everywhere in sales right now, but for most B2B teams, the highest leverage place to apply it is still email. Buyers haven't abandoned the inbox. Research shows 77% of B2B buyers prefer to be contacted by email. When the channel is that dominant, small gains in relevance and timing compound quickly into more meetings and pipeline. Email also remains one of the most efficient growth levers available, with typical ROI estimates clustering around $36 to $40 returned for every $1 spent. That's why we treat AI as an operating layer for outbound rather than a novelty feature. If you improve subject lines, targeting, personalization, and follow-up behavior by even a few percentage points, the downstream impact can be material. The catch is that AI amplifies whatever you feed it. If your ICP is fuzzy and your messaging is generic, AI will help you scale the wrong outreach faster and burn trust and deliverability at scale. The future of AI sales in B2B email marketing belongs to teams that use AI to increase relevance and reduce busy work, not teams that use it as a spam cannon. AI works when your ICP is sharp and your data is clean. Before you buy another tool, anchor AI on a clear ICP and a specific problem your prospects already feel. AI can draft beautiful copy, but it can't rescue a weak segmentation strategy or an unclear value proposition. In practice, the biggest early wins come from using AI to identify who is most likely to buy and why, then routing those accounts into the right outbound motion. This is also why list quality is a prerequisite, not a nice-to-have. If your firmographics, roles, and account intelligence are wrong, AI will confidently personalize to the wrong person with the wrong context, and your credibility takes the hit. At SalesHive, we see the best results when AI is layered on top of disciplined list-building services, enrichment, and basic CRM hygiene, not used to paper over gaps. Adoption signals that this shift is already underway. 57% of B2B companies with 500-plus employees reportedly use AI for email automation. That's one reason modern buyers feel the inbox getting more automated every quarter. The competitive edge won't come from having AI. It will come from having better inputs, better guardrails, and better measurement than the next B2B sales agency or SDR agency in your category. Personalization is moving from trivia to triggers. Most teams still confuse personalization with trivia, a quick LinkedIn compliment, a reference to a hobby, or a generic "saw you posted" opener. AI makes that easy, but it rarely increases urgency. The more durable approach is trigger-based personalization. Funding events, hiring patterns, tech stack changes, compliance deadlines, new product launches, or recent content engagement, because those signals map to budget, priority, and timing. The performance gap is hard to ignore. Marketers using AI-driven personalization report about 41% higher revenue and a 13.4% lift in email CTR versus non-AI programs. And broader benchmarks show personalized emails can reach 2.5 times higher click-through rates and up to 6 times more sales than non-personalized outreach. In a cold email agency context, that's the difference between activity and actual pipeline. The practical standard we recommend is one clear trigger, one clear pain, one clear proof point. Use AI to generate the contextual line, the trigger, then keep the rest of the email consistent with your best-performing structure. That keeps the message human and scannable while still feeling specific, and it prevents AI from inventing fluff that sounds impressive but doesn't convert. A rollout plan that compounds instead of creating chaos. The fastest way to get value from AI without risking your brand is to start with low-risk, high-leverage tests. Take a proven sequence and run an AI-driven subject line and CTA experiment for 2 to 3 weeks. generating a small set of variants and letting results pick the winners. This keeps the process scientific and prevents the team from switching everything based on vibes. Next, pilot AI personalization in a narrow, high-value slice of your ICP, typically 200 to 500 accounts, so you can compare meeting rates against a control group. Keep personalization light, 1 or 2 context lines, and focus it on buying triggers rather than biographical details. If meetings booked per 1,000 sends go up without deliverability or complaint issues, you've earned the right to scale. To keep execution consistent, document an AI in email playbook that shows your SDRs how to prompt, how to QA outputs, and where human review is mandatory. This is the step most teams skip, and it's why AI becomes a one-off project instead of a system. Use the table below as a simple way to align sales and marketing on what you're testing and how you'll judge success. Treat AI like a sales co-pilot. It should sharpen targeting, raise relevance, and free reps to have better conversations, never just send more email. Keep humans in the loop to protect voice, trust, and deliverability. AI-written emails fail most often for one simple reason: they sound like AI. Prospects can spot generic, overly polished language quickly, especially in higher-ticket B2B deals where credibility matters. The fix is straightforward. Feed your model a library of your best human-written emails and a short style guide. Then require human review for any new sequence before it ships. This is not a fringe workflow anymore. Litmus reports 45% of email teams already use AI to help create email content, which means your prospects are seeing more machine-assisted messaging every month. The teams that win will be the ones who keep their voice consistent and their claims grounded, rather than letting AI freestyle into exaggerated promises that spike opens but kill replies. We also recommend turning SDRs into AI operators, not template robots. Whether you run an in-house team or an outsourced sales team, the skill that matters is the ability to prompt, evaluate, and refine based on real reply feedback. When reps learn to steer AI and edit with intent, they move faster without giving up authenticity. The 5 mistakes that quietly break AI outbound and how to fix them. The most common failure mode is using AI to send more of the same generic cold emails, just faster. Spray and pray at AI speed burns domains, trains your market to ignore you, and can shrink your reachable audience over time. The correction is to cap send volume per domain while you prove higher meetings per send, and to use AI primarily to increase relevance through tighter targeting and trigger-based context. The second mistake is letting AI overwrite your brand voice until you sound like every other robot in the inbox. Instead of asking AI to invent your messaging, ask it to adapt your approved patterns to new personas and scenarios, using examples of what already works. This is where a disciplined sales development agency approach beats ad hoc experimentation. Documented guardrails, consistent QA, and clear ownership. The third, fourth, and fifth mistakes are operational: deploying AI on messy data, judging success on vanity metrics, and treating AI as a one-time project. If open rates rise but meetings don't, your AI stack is optimizing the wrong thing. Hold it accountable to meetings and qualified pipeline. Then create a cadence, 1 controlled test per month, so improvements compound instead of resetting every quarter. Optimization. Use AI to buy back SDR time and improve multi-channel outcomes. Once your fundamentals are in place, AI becomes a force multiplier for operational efficiency. Automate low-value workflows first. Follow-up reminders, simple nurture touches, rescheduling, and first draft replies for common objections. This is how you protect rep focus while increasing coverage across accounts. The macro trend supports the ROI case. Gartner projects B2B sales organizations that adopt embedded generative AI sales technologies could reduce time spent on prospecting and meeting prep by about 50% by 2026. That time doesn't just disappear. It gets reinvested into better discovery, tighter handoffs, and more thoughtful account strategy. And email doesn't live alone. The best outbound sales agency motions use AI to coordinate email with LinkedIn outreach services and a phone layer, whether that's internal reps or cold calling services. When your cold email creates context and your B2B cold calling services follow up with relevant timing, you get compounding effects across channels instead of isolated activity spikes. What the next 3 to 5 years look like and what to do this quarter. The near future isn't AI replaces SDRs, it's AI moves into the interface where sellers work, and teams that build AI-ready playbooks pull ahead. Gartner expects 60% of B2B seller work to be executed through generative AI conversational interfaces by 2028, which means drafting, research, prioritization, and workflow execution will increasingly happen through AI-assisted tooling. Your job this quarter is to make sure you're building capability, not just buying software. Start with one clean ICP segment, one proven sequence, and one measurable goal tied to meetings and pipeline. Then expand to triggers, routing, and multi-channel orchestration once you've proven performance without damaging deliverability or brand trust. If you don't have the bandwidth to wire tools together, train reps, and manage experimentation, it can be faster to benchmark an outbound partner that already runs AI-personalized outreach at scale. At SalesHive, we've built systems to support sales outsourcing and SDR execution with AI-driven personalization, deliverability controls, and reporting that ties activity to outcomes. Many teams evaluate us alongside other cold calling companies and a cold email agency shortlist. If you're researching options, you'll typically find details on SalesHive.com, including SalesHive reviews, SalesHive pricing, and SalesHive careers. But the decision should come down to measurable meetings, qualified pipeline, and speed to learning in a 3 to 6 month pilot.